All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father, the Most High, our Creator and our power, who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, our Lord, our Savior, and our Deliverer, the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shah. Call Halamla Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Makakodas. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught us this 100% truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Salutations, peace, blessings, and safety to the hopeful elect, especially in these times. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Makakodas Barakatham. All right, shalom, this is Brother Abiyah with another lesson through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And Lord willing, I pray this lesson is edifying unto the elect. This lesson going to be entitled, Security Will Soon Be Turned into Insecurity. Okay, speaking about in these last days, really referring to everything as a whole, right? When it comes to safety, okay, when it comes to, being able to, comfort, when it comes to food, right? Which this lesson is specifically going into food, the famine, right? Which the word famine just means a lack of food, right? Food is still accessible, it's still there, but it's very, very hard to get. All right, there's a lack of it, meaning, it's high demand, low supply, which is going to cause a lot of unrest. It's going to cause a lot of, violence. All right, because when people are starving, when people are, when people don't have the abundance of goods and victuals that they once had, especially coming from a place, right, where we live in America, right? This place is, as I always say, this place is the most wasteful place there is, man. This place is abundant when it comes to goods, food, this is the place where, fast food started. You can go right now to a corner store or, your local fast food joint and get some food instantly, right? Within 2 minutes of you pulling in the drive-thru, you will have some food. Okay, but security will soon be turned into insecurity, meaning that's not going to always be like that. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is about to send a famine to this place. All right, this place is also guilty of, what Sodom and Gomorrah was guilty of. Not feeding the poor, right? You have so many homeless people on the streets, right? Starving, begging, but there's an abundance of food. So why is it that these people, let alone, them having a roof over their head and having somewhere to live with all these abandoned buildings and places that are just taking up space. But the food, there's plenty of food to go around. There's plenty of food to feed those who are in need. But this is, again, a wasteful, selfish, wicked place that we live in. So, the Lord is really saving this place for last, because it's gonna be the worst. Because, it's people that flee from their countries to come to America because of their thought of security, their thought, their idea that they've been persuaded of, dealing with America, man. They could, this place is looked at as the land of milk and honey. But, one thing I say, hey, the milk is spoiled and the honey ain't so sweet no more, man. Because, hey, the spirit of Egypt is failing. And one aspect of that is the food insecurity that's about to take place. And that's going to happen, it's going to be due to many different reasons. It's not going to be one reason. Right, we understand the ultimate reason is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai fulfilling prophecy, fulfilling the words that he spoke. But as far as the things that's taking place that's going to bring about that famine, it's going to be many different things, right? We see, looting going on. We see all these people running in stores and stealing. Right now it's goods and, electronics and clothes and shoes and, things that deal with luxury. But soon it's going to be people running in these stores stealing food, stealing meat, stealing necessities, which is going to cause the government to tighten up on their distribution of this food. It's going to become well, of course, we know martial law gonna be implemented, and they're gonna start rationing food. But also, with that MOTB being the RFID microchip, once that's implemented, even the food that's gonna be rationed by the government, you're not gonna have access to that unless you have that device implanted in your flesh. All right, but that's enough of me. I'm gonna start off with let me see. Matter of fact, did I already copy it? Lucky. All right. Yeah, I already got it. So I'm gonna start at the top. Sirach 5 and 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day." All right. So this is speaking to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. In this time, right now, while you have a chance, as it says, seek the Most High while He may be found, and call upon Him while He is near. Because, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is only going to be near unto them who seeked after Him while they had liberty. Okay, while things was so-called good, things was, secure. Because we moving into some insecure times, right? And before I continue, I'm going to get the definition of insecure.
Insecure.
This is on Google, and I'm going to also get the etymology. This is not firmly fixed, right? Meaning it's gonna change, right? When something is firmly fixed, that means it's steadfast. But the times we're moving into, they're not steadfast. There's going to be a fluctuation of violence. It's going to be a fluctuation of desperation, of hopelessness. Okay? And when people is hungry, you'll be very surprised of what people would do when you're hungry, a lot of people may say, "Oh, well, I never even think about eating the human flesh." Well, guess what? A lot of these same people that thought they would never eat human flesh are going to eat human flesh because of them. Their stomach going to be touching their back due to hunger, due to starvation. They're going to be, people are going to be so weak due to the lack of food and nutrients that anything that they can, anything that's considered edible, these people are going to eat it. Even though it's an abomination to eat human flesh, guess what? These people are going to do anything by any means to survive. Okay? Desperate times are going to cause for those desperate measures. Okay? But continuing on, it says liable to give way or break. Okay? And the security, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is breaking the security of America. All right? And when the definition too, it says of a person not confident or assured, uncertain or anxious. All right? And we're not going to, we're going to just take away the part where it says person, right? But the latter part says not confident or assured, uncertain. And this is the spirit that's going to be in America once once that security is broken. All right, some synonyms, it says unconfident, not self-assured, right? Uncertain, doubtful, unsure, hesitant, shrinking. All right, and I'm gonna get a preset real quick. Okay. Yeah, 2 Timothy 3:1. It says, "This know also that in the last days, which we're in, perilous times shall come." Okay, so understand that this is something that's written. This is something that's prophesied, so it's going to take place. All right, and we are already in the beginning of those perilous times. All right, and I got the definition of perilous pulled up in the blue letter. All right, carpet. kalepos in the Greek. All right, and it means hard to do, to take, hard to approach, hard to bear, right? Troublesome, dangerous, all right? Harsh, fierce, savage. And guess what? A lot of these people, your neighbor, your uncle, your cousin, they about to turn into savages. All right, and Esau understands that. As I was saying, it's going to be a lot of different reasons, a lot of different factors, I should say, that's going to play into this famine. This is a engineered famine, right? But it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. These people looting is going to cause things to get tightened up. Okay, this devil, purposely, poisoning the food. It's been a lot of food being recalled. All right, that's going to aid in the famine or contribute to the famine. Okay, these different pestilences that's about to be loosed into this world, those are going to play into the famine. Okay, war, that's going to play into the famine. It's many different things, but guess what? That famine is going to take place. Okay. But where was I at? I was going to go to the etymology of insecure. All right. It says unsafe, not fully assured, not free from fear or doubt. Okay, and that's describes to the T. The spirit that's gonna be out here in America. Unsafe, man. When something like when you go to the word perilous, when you go to the matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up the. I thought it was in the blue letter, but I'm gonna do it on Google. I'm gonna pull it up on Google. All right, perilous on the Google.
Perilous.
It says full of danger or risk. Okay, exposed to imminent risk or disaster or ruin. All right, some synonyms. It says what? Dangerous, unsafe, hazardous, risky, treacherous. All right, precarious, insecure. All right, exposed, in danger. All right, so that goes hand in hand with, but what it just said in the etymology of insecure. It says unsafe, not fully assured, not free from fear or doubt. All right, and these people are going to be doubting every minute of their lives. All right, because while these people are starving, the Lord going to be putting in their minds all the wickedness that they've done, man. While simultaneously, these people are going to be remembering the taste of all that good food that they once had. They're going to be damn near tasting it and smelling it, due to hallucination. Right? They're going to start seeing the people around them as food, like those cartoons you see, like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and stuff like that, where they, they see a mirage. They might be out in the desert, weak, starving, faint. And then, you will see a cactus, and that cactus look like a ice cream cone. That's gonna be taking place. Not necessarily that, but these people gonna be looking at their kids as turkey sandwiches. And then, that desperation gonna take over, and they're gonna end up murdering their children, and cooking them up. Okay. But back to Sirach 5. I'm gonna read 7 again. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day." Yeah, this is the time when we supposed to be seeking Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua the most. All right, and the hardest. All right, praying for mercy and praying for protection in these coming troubling times, and praying that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua provides for us and it sustains us during the time of famine, because we gonna need it, man. That's the only way anybody's gonna be able to survive during this famine is if the Lord, or if the Lord has already ordained you to make it through this famine. Now, you have some that's gonna make it through the famine because they're of the elect, and you have others that's gonna make it through the famine just because they're being reserved for some other calamity, whether it be, some other form of the sword, a wild beast, or even the missiles. That's the only way people are gonna make it through this famine, man. It's not gonna be of their own strength. It's gonna be because the Lord has a purpose for you, whether it be good or bad. All right, but continuing, it says, "For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance." So you got a lot of people right now they settled on their leads, they comfortable, they feel like they got it all together. They think they got it sold up. All right, but again, that security is going to become insecurity very soon. These people that's rich, these people that's doing well, they some people they storing up, pantries full of food. Some people got a whole damn shed full of food. Some people have a what you call them, those storage units. Some people got even whole houses, or maybe even rooms, depending on how well they're doing. Full of food, preparing. You got these so-called preppers, getting ready. Some people have been storing up food for years. But guess what? None of that's going to mean anything, because some people going to be storing up that food only to be taken by others. The scriptures say that, right? That some of this food that these people are storing up is going to be laid up for the elect, an elect member. And the people that's storing it up will never get to eat it, never get to touch it. This is why we're seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushua now, so that the Lord may find us worthy, and feed us, and show those miracles in that time. Because these people that's secure, they comfortable right now, the Lord gonna pull out the rug from underneath them, man. All right, verse 7, it says, Salakia, I copied it twice. All right, from there, I'm going to go to Luke 6:25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." And what the first thing that just came to mind is that nigga, I don't know his name, something Will. I don't know the dude's name, but he was just recently mocking the Israelites, mocking the prophets. Talking about, "I hate you niggas. I can't stand you niggas. You all y'all want to do is know shit. Y'all out there yelling. Every time I see y'all out there sweating or freezing." Well, guess what? This is the sacrifice that the hopeful elect brothers out there preaching this word is presenting, so to speak. Brothers is presenting their bodies a living sacrifice, hoping, praying that Yahweh Shem Yahushua accepts it, and we laying up treasures in heaven so that we may be able to withdraw from that in the time of this trouble. Figuratively speaking, hey, we want Yahweh Shem Yahushua to show us mercy. But a nigga like that, he laughing. He think it's a joke. He think y'all ain't getting no money. Guess what? Your money is not gonna save you, man. Anything that you trusting in, anything that you believing in, anything that you feel like you have sold up, or that you feel like you got it, you got the answer, man, that you're gonna be disappointed, man. Right? He full right now. He probably eating good, and others like him. They eating good. They have an abundance of food. They can, they can eat whatever they want, drink whatever they want. They having a good time, right? Like they say, laugh now, cry later, right? Well, guess what? The elect is gonna cry now and laugh later. Okay, while they're watching the rest of these these wicked people, they're gonna be mourning. When you mourning and weeping, it's not just somebody you're crying. That when you say mourning and weeping, that entails heaviness, right? It didn't just say woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall cry. Right? When you cry, yeah, you may just have some tears running down your face. You may not be that sad, or you may not be that emotional, but tears is running down your face. When you mourning, that means you are feeling it. You going through it. Your spirit is heavy. When you weeping, that means you damn near, shouting. You bawling. And that's the spirit that these people are gonna be in. And that's only gonna be the beginning. Lamentations 4:8, their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It has become like a stick. And that's talking about the countenance, the appearance of these people that's going to be starving, right? Their visage, meaning their countenance, their outward appearance is, their skin is going to be blacker than coal. Because if I'm not mistaken, when you're starving, and you lack that nutrients, and you get to the point to where your body it begins to basically eat itself because of starvation. Your skin becomes darker. Your body begins to eat itself to get nutrients, which is hurting you. All right. It says their skin cleaveth to their bones, right? Just imagine, brothers mentioned it before, but those old commercials where they used to show the Africans, with the little sad music in the back, talking about feed the children, and they'll show the kids, and you can see their collarbones and their ribs. You can see everything as clear as day. That's how these people gonna be out here, man. Starving to death. They're gonna begin to look like sticks, man, because they're gonna be bony. Verse 9, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. All right, and it's talking about, both are going to be taking place, but the ones who die of the sword, right, whether they be stabbed, whether they be shot down, whether they be, whatever form of the sword they perish by, is going to be a better death than those who starve to death. Why? It says, for these pine away, right? Meaning you basically deteriorating, you're rotting slowly, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field, right? And that's a terrible, torturous death, because while you're slowly starving to death, again, these people are gonna be remembering the different, they're gonna be visualizing it, of course, imagining these different foods that they once had, the food that they would like to have, remembering the smell, when they was going to the buffet, when they was going to McDonald's, when they was going to, this place and that place. They're going to be remembering that stuff. Their mouth going to be watering, right? If they have any moisture left in their mouth, right? Because they're going to be parched. They're going to be thinking about that food, and that's going to make it worse because they don't have access to it. And hey, it's going to be torture. It says, the hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. And that has happened in the past, and it's going to happen again. Cannibalism, in which these people are going to, again, revert to desperate, outlandish things in order to survive. Because nobody wants to die, let alone of starvation. Because that's, again, it's painful. Just understanding that whole process. Hey, that's gonna be a painful death, man. And you're not going to be able to do anything about it. You're not going to be able to go out and hunt, because when you're starving, just us experiencing, fasting. When you fast just for a day or two or three, you get weak. It starts to get, a little better, over time, and but off the rip, like when you go that 24 hours or however long you go fasting, your body feels it, because your body is accustomed to taking in nutrients, whatever that nutrients may be, right? Some form of food, but every day. Even if you don't eat a lot in a day, you still eat a little bit. Your body is taking in that. But when you go without anything, not even water, literally nothing, your body feels it. You begin to feel weak. Imagine going a week without eating anything or drinking any water. You may have a few sips of water throughout that week, but barely enough to where you barely hanging on. Yeah. All right, and that's why these people are going to revert to cannibalism, man. All right. 2 Kings 6:25, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver, right? Which was hyperinflation, as well as people was eating what they could. And that's what a lot of people gonna do in these times, because people are stupid. A lot of people are going to be trying to eat things that they think is edible, but it's gonna hurt them in the long run. People are gonna be eating leaves. People are gonna be eating different pieces of leather, and these people gonna get sick, man. You got some people out there that's gonna try to purify their urine and eat and drink that. You got some people that's gonna be so desperate they're gonna try to drink blood. That's gonna make them sick and even kill them. All right, but you got people that's gonna be eating some crazy things, man. Some people gonna be trying to eat rodents, different small animals if they can get their hands on it. All right, but hey, the Lord gonna put it, make it very hellish. Ezekiel 4:9, take thou also unto the wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt lie upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. Excuse me. And thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. And hey, this is the position that the elect, some members of the elect may be in, right? Lord willing, we be the elect, and we come across some food, whether it be sooner or later. Hey, the Lord may put it on our spirit to make that bread and to preserve it, to just nibble on it and eat it over time, to savor it. All right. And even though it's going to be, little to nothing, it's going to be enough. All right. Now, again, remember, the elect going to go through it too. The elect going to be in the midst of that hell too. But hey, like the scriptures say, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. But would you rather not have anything and be starving to death, or have barely enough and you still weak, you still faint, but you have just enough to where you alive? I'd rather have just enough than to have nothing at all. All right. Verse 11, thou shalt drink also water by measure, and the sixth part of an hin. From time to time shalt thou drink, right? And that's portioning. And that's what we most likely are going to have to do in these during this time of famine. And Lord willing, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh shall sustain us and provides food and water for us, and clean food and water. All right, we're gonna have to, take a sip. For that sip may just be for that day, and then the next day, take another sip until hey, Yahweh Shem outside direct you otherwise. But it's gonna be somebody else out there that wish they had that sip. All right, those who laugh now, they're gonna mourn, man. People gonna see just how serious famine is. Famine is no joke, man. Especially, how much people love to eat. That's one of the most comforting things out there, man. Is eating, especially something that's delicious, something good. And America's gonna be hit the worst because this place is gonna go from abundance to scarcity in a very short period of time. And these people's bodies are accustomed to eating these different foods, processed with these drugs in them, and they're gonna go through withdrawal. It's like when you go from eating, you going from being able to feast to eating crumbs of a cracker to survive. It's gonna drive these people insane, man. And we have to have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on us to endure that. Okay? It's not saying that the elect is not going to, starve at all, but the elect is not going to starve to death. Yeah, hey, the Lord is going to feed us. We believe the Lord is going to feed us as he said he was. But, it's not saying we just going to have an abundance of food, big meals, and we may. If we do, hey, call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But we have to be ready to have the bare minimum. Again, being satisfied with enough. If the Lord provide us with a big meal, hey, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Right, but we got to be ready to endure, nonetheless. All right, it says, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of a man in their sight. All right, and that was the Lord speaking to Ezekiel during that time. All right, Ezekiel 12 and 17. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, eat thy bread with quaking, and drink thy water with trembling and with carefulness. All right, and that's going to be taking place in these end times. If these people do come across some food, they're going to be eating it trembling, quaking, meaning they're going to be shaking because they're going to be, terrified basically to finish it. They're going to want to savor it because they don't know when the next time they're going to be able to have food. Hey, a lot of these people going to get the trembles from eating human flesh. All right, that's not what this is talking about, but that just reminded me of that. Hey, when you eat human flesh, you get the trembles, man. You start shaking uncontrollably, because that's an abomination, and the effects of that is terrible, man. It says, and say unto the people of the land, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of the inhabitants of Jerusalem and of the land of Israel, they shall eat their bread with carefulness and drink their water with astonishment, right? And it's going to happen again. That her land may be desolate from all that is therein, because of the violence of all them that dwell therein. Okay? And when you eat, you're eating with carefulness and drinking with astonishment, again, you're afraid. You don't know if that's your last meal. You don't know if that's your last chance of drinking some water. Right? You may have barely came across that food and that water. All right? Now, it's not saying everybody gonna starve to death. No, because there's gonna be other things taking place in the earth as well. That's gonna consume these people. But hey, a lot of people are going to be given to the famine. Isaiah 65:11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. All right, that idolatry. All right, it's talking about these rebellious Israelites, man. They have forsaken Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. They're trusting in themselves. They trusting in men, other men. Okay, and a lot of these Israelites gonna trust in man in these last days. They're gonna trust in Esau and his government, and they're gonna end up being deceived into taking that device because they're so fearful and they're unfaithful. And you know, like the scriptures say, woe unto you that have lost patience. For what shall ye, when the Lord shall visit you, what will you do? Right? So when you lose your patience and you go and you stick your hand out, or you lay down and let them cut your head open and implant you with those devices, hey, you're gonna reap the benefits of that. Well, not benefits, the recompense. Salakia. All right. It says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, right? And the scriptures say, if you forsake him, he will forsake you. So a lot of these people that's going to trust in man, they're going to make man their arm. They're going to be disappointed. Okay? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua going to disappoint them. All right? But verse 12, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. But did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. So yeah, everything is being tabbed up. Everything being taken into account. The Lord sees everything. The Lord know what you're thinking. The Lord know a lot of these people going to forsake him. They're not going to come to the Lord to feed them. They're not going to come to the Lord to provide. They're going to trust Esau. They would rather have a universal basic income and food being distributed unto them proportionately. They rather take their their meal preps from the government than to reject that device and trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because it's easier, it's comfortable, it's more comfortable. It's something that they see as certain. They're not willing to wait on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to feed them. They want to know that they're going to eat. They want to see that they're going to eat. Israel seeketh after a sign, right? Verse 13, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. All right, and that goes back into that mourning and weeping. Okay, just when you think you about to eat good, or you went in, you got in line, you got your little your little right size RFID chip. You think you about to eat good. Hey, the Lord just may do some wondrous things. He may spoil all that food that you have access to. Dry up all those drinks. And many other different things the Lord gonna do to disappoint you, man. They say they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and trodden underfoot. You ain't gonna just get off scot-free, man. Shit ain't gonna be just smooth for you. You think it's gonna go that way. But there are many devices in man's heart, but the counsel of the Lord that shall stand. The Lord see you niggas, man. You already, it's a lot of niggas that already sold out. They already got their mind on running to Daddy Esau to save them. Okay, well, hey, so be it. Such as to the sword, to the sword. All right, Ezekiel 7:15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Okay, so that for those who think they gonna stock up, or they gonna try to outrun the curses, they gonna try to outrun the prophecy. You can't outrun prophecy. You can't outrun the curses. You're gonna try to go out and live off the grid, and you gonna get mowed down, right? Because the troops are gonna be out there. And Esau still got his technology with the the lasers and the different wave guns and so on and so forth. The different things that they got, shit that we ain't even seen before that's gonna come out. Thinking you gonna live off the grid, guess what? He gonna push you right back into the city, or just kill you while you out there. But hey, people are being pushed into the inner cities because they want to concentrate everybody because it's easier to control you. Right? This is where the towers are. And so, you got the signals. Everybody, they can use their satellites to keep track of you. They can watch you. They can follow you. All right? And they want these 15-minute cities. All right, but it says, and he that is in the city, the famine and pestilence shall devour him. So yeah, you in the city, and you don't have Yahweh Shem Yahushua protecting you. Hey, famine and pestilence, right? Because those plagues are still coming. Those pestilences. You can't forget. It's been things that have been reported on, and things that's gonna come in the future. Can't forget about that vampire virus that they recently spoke about. Right? They're talking about it's some pneumonia coming from China. Can't forget about this, the CV that may come back mutinized. Hey, it's many different things coming. But it say many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Those things are made for the wicked. 2 Esdras 6:22, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Right? Those big department stores, Costco, BJ's, Walmart's, Sam's Club, so on and so forth. These places that that get they get food in bulk. Hey, one day they're gonna be found empty. Not just because they missed a truck delivery, no, because there's nothing coming in. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. All right? And why are people going to be fighting like enemies? Because it's going to be every man for themselves, man. Like they like to say, survival of the fittest. Yeah, you think you think Joe from down the street is your boy until Joe got to feed his family. All right, you go shooting with your buddies. Well, guess what? Your buddy gonna turn on you, cause he he been over your house many times. He know your wife. He know your kids. Right? You done showed him your safe. You showed him your pantry. So Joe know about you, and Joe gonna come see you when that time come. All right. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still. Yep, the water gonna stop running. All right, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Okay, and that's talking about the elect. All right, like I say, they that escape from from the said perils, shall escape by their faith and by works. Roughly paraphrasing, Salaki. I know I butchered it. All right, but that's talking about the elect, man. Because ain't nobody gonna escape from this. Because the scriptures say, when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right, the only ones who are going to escape is the elect through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, guiding them, leading them through this trouble, protecting them, preserving them through famine, through the war, through all those things. All right. Job 5:20, it says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death. All right, speaking to the elect again. And in war from the power of the sword. All right, that's that hedge, that's that protection that the Lord is going to have over his servants. Okay, it says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. All right, the Lord going to have a special spirit upon his servants. And, that's not saying they're not going to, the elect is not going to be afraid at all, or they're not going to, bat an eye when things get to popping. But the Lord is going to have a spirit of comfort and security and confidence, humbly, of course, but upon the elect. Okay? It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. And when if you laugh in that famine, that means, it's not saying you just, you laughing because you're amused. That laughter is going to be from gratitude. It's going to be from giving praises and thanks to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay? It's going to be from, seeing prophecy take place and be fulfilled. And, Lord willing, we be of the elect and we be of those of that number that's going to be fed. It's going to bring a smile to our face when Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua show miracles and feed us. It's not that we laughing at famine like, we got this. This famine can't touch us. No, it's going to be like, hey, call on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. This giant bird just came and flew and dropped off this sack of food. Or, an angel just led me to this, to this abandoned warehouse. And I went into this nasty cellar and came across some food that was stored up. Just giving some quick not reasons, but examples. And these miracles that the Lord gonna show it's gonna blow our mind, man, but it's gonna bring us joy. All right, Lord willing, will be the elect. But the security of the world is about to become insecurity. Because these people don't believe on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They're not ready to forsake this world, man. Right? Particularly these Israelites. So in their security, they're gonna be destroyed. All right, but may Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua protect us and provide for us hopeful elect, sincere brothers and the sisters out there that believe as well, man, in our families, and provide for us in these times and keep us secure, keep us in faith. All right, and allow us to continue to remain steadfast. May Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua sustain us, and you brothers out there and you sisters, and get us through these times that we coming into, man. Lord willing, I pray this lesson was edifying. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushua, B'Hashem Makakodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, peace, blessings, and safety to the hopeful elect. And DTA Abba Bo, Kwame Ashala. Till next time, Shalom.